Hello, welcome back to Ravenloft Review's Traveler gameplay. Last week, we had landed on Mithril, made our way across the frozen wastes in a found ATV. The crew was desperately searching for some sort of gravitational lift so that they could get their ship back up and running. They were traveling across the wastes, trying to follow a signal from a friend of Locke's named Kagia Stomat, who was a researcher doing some sort of anthropological study on the planet's surface. As the ATV made its way across the frozen waste, you got a signal all of a sudden. A signal that was coming from the camp. And now we'll jump back in as the Dash. Who was driving? I'm trying to remember who was driving. I think it was Cliff.
I know, I was in the passenger seat.
Yep.
Okay.
We got communication.
Yeah, a light up comes as you, the ATV is receiving a signal.
Team, we got a call hailing on screen.
We got a call? Answer it.
Yeah, the transponder message.
What do we got?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, this is basecamp on Mithril. Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Lars Anderson.
Lars.
Who am I speaking to?
Lars Anderson, did you change your name?
Lars Corpson, my bad.
I am Lars, the son of a corpse.
Anderson, Jesus.
Mr. Anderson.
We've been expecting you. Were you expecting me?
This is
never expect the French.
This is Dr. Stomat of the Mithril base camp. What brings you out here? We thank you for coming, but we didn't expect any visitors.
Kagia, you sent me a message.
Locke, is that you?
It is, yeah. I brought my crew down here.
Oh yes, we've lost contact with the air raft and with the downport.
Yeah. We found the downport. It's not looking good. I don't know how many people were there, but they're down 3 for sure.
Oh my god, I can't imagine what's happened. A couple members of the downport crew were here when we got the distress. They headed out in the air raft. We can't get a signal or any communication with the air raft team, though. We don't know where they could have gone to. It appears on our scanners here you're about 250 kilometers northeast of our position. So if you head southwest, you should be here in a couple hours.
Copy that.
I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Be safe out there. And the transmission ends as you can now see on the sensors, you can see a clear reading as to where the signal was sent from, which will allow you to follow it. As you push across, the weather seems to hold up, and this area seems to have a lot of permafrost on the surface, which makes the driving quite easy to make your way through. You drive for another 4 hours or so, at which time you see pulling up. You see a camp. It seems to be almost like an old meteor site. There seems to be a crater impact, and in between it, you can see 2 semi-rigid field shield modules. One with a sort of a tarp covering the surface in between them. The area is surrounded with a windbreak constructed of bushes and wires tying them together, and a framework of supported by an angled roof over the vegetation gives some overhead cover. As you pull closer, you can see there's a few items outside, mostly equipment kind of left haphazardly on a folding table or dumped in a pile. and you can see Locke notices Kagia wearing some sort of a winter jacket, like a parka of sorts, is running from the site over to wave you down.
I wave to her through the windscreen.
And as you come closer, you can see a couple more people exit out. You see two humans, a man and a woman, and you also see a droid male kind of waddling out from one of the habit areas.
Glad we can see some survivors.
Yeah, that's a relief. I was afraid they all out there somewhere dead.
The question now is how we're going to get everybody out of here.
Ship should be able to take them all, but question is, how are we going to get it off? Atmos shot. We can get at least that. We could probably get like a ramshackle port over here.
Well, they're all a bunch of scientists. We'll have a whole team of individuals that should be able to figure something out. Including, of course, one of the best pilots currently available. As he turns around in his seat, looking over at Jaguar.
Both are correct. And you're goddamn right. We're gonna get off this planet.
Well,
split. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
What do we need? Grav couplings?
That is
which we could probably be able to retrofit from the hovercraft if we can find it, can't we?
that is what you surmise. Yes. As you guys.
Hovercraft here.
No.
Well, they just said her friend just said that they lost contact with the hovercraft a short time back.
Sorry, I was still in the shit. The
You're fine.
caterpillar.
I'm gonna look over at like Natia. Is that what their name was?
Katya.
Kagia.
Katya. Okay.
Nikolaj.
I'm gonna look over at Katya and anyone else who might be able to know the answer. You all got any idea? Like, what happened to the downport panel?
We don't. We were getting resupplied by Eagle and Katrin, who are two members of the downport that deliver out here to us. When they were here, we received a distress call saying that there was, there was gunfire, there was some sort of disturbance, and Eagle was quite flustered when he jumped into the air raft. He flew off in some distress and smashed the air raft into a rock on his way out, and from what we could see, he was flying quite erratically. I don't know if the unit sustained some damage, but we haven't heard or seen from them since.
What was the vehicle that we found last session that we ended up being able to pull some useful stuff from?
It was an
that was another roller.
Yeah, it was an
Okay.
ATV, almost identical to the one that you drove here in, except it had a track instead of wheels.
It was very old school.
Oh, that's right. Did we see any sign of the air raft?
No. No, you have not.
With that,
Well, from the way it sounds like it's crashed near the port. We just need to go back and find it.
It was seen heading north from this position. I think they're when they sustained some damage banging off that rock, they must have lost power to their navigational unit. I don't think they knew where they were going in their distress.
So they may be out there somewhere.
I suspect if we head north, we might be able to lock on to their position if if you think that's something we should do.
How long ago did you get the distress signal from the downport?
It must have been about 3 days now. Or no, 3 weeks now.
Okay, I was gonna say, how long have we been on that?
Yeah, 3 weeks now.
More than 3 days.
Yeah.
Can I? Is there a snowstorm going on right now?
No.
Can I take my binoculars and get as high as I can, probably on top of the ATV, and look north to see if I see any abnormalities?
Sure.
Because I do have binoculars. Don't have recon, but I have binoculars.
After he does that, I would like to. I'm sorry. Cliff would like to go and speak in Opreth with the droid to get more information from them.
And I would like to check if anybody's injured or needs medical attention.
Okay, I'll address that in that order. You climb on top of the ATV and sort of look out north. What was the ATV, or you want to climb into the
highest possible point.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that would probably just be a small hill to the north of here. As you crest it, you pull out your binoculars and look north. It appears you just crossed a large ice field area. To the north, there seems to be some mountainous areas, some hills, not quite mountain size, but high enough. Let me, if you want to give me a recon check, I can tell you what you see.
That will be at a -3 because I do not have recon. Like a dumbass.
Maybe I should go with you because I've got 2 in recon.
Too late. I rolled a 10. What was... I didn't even wait for you to tell me what I needed to hit. So I rolled a 10, so that's a 7.
You aren't certain if it's the wind, or some sort of a storm, further to the north, but it does appear that there's some sort of, potentially a smoke, some sort of smoke in the air, quite a distance to the north, like at the edge of your vision.
Alright.
But from this distance, you can't tell. It doesn't seem to be... It's not like a thick black smoke, so you can't tell if it's just some sort of windstorm or what it is from here.
Well, it's the only lead I've got.
And Wyatt, Cliff walks over and approaches the droid.
He will ask in Oprith if this individual hailed from the ASOF, the technician branch cast of they're the science-oriented portion of the Droid Society. So that's the first question, is he asks if this individual is from the ASOF.
Oh, well met. I'm surprised to hear someone speak my mother tongue so far from home.
I feel that speaking in the proper tongue pushes back any misunderstandings. We'll be able to get each other the best. I will be able to understand you the best in the most accurate way possible. From which caste did you hail?
From the one you spoke of. Yes, I'm not much for the technical side, but you know, I was supposed to be an engineer, but
Engineer, perfect. We will need your expertise in engineering. If we were to take this craft, if we were to find the hovercraft and use the Gravlox system upon it to modify and fix our own vessel, would that be able to get us the lift we needed to break the atmosphere if our grav couplings were broken?
I suspect so. I've spent so many years in the study of anthropological things, but if I recall, that is something that I should, from memory, be able to do. That is something that I think would work, certainly.
Wonderful. Your help will be Without question. Thank you. Now we know for sure that, or at least with a high possibility that this will at least work. So Cliff feels more comfortable with this radical plan.
And lastly, Locke, you check, and it doesn't appear though that anybody here has suffered any injuries that need mending. As you're looking over Kaja, she does tell you, sort of in confidence, that their food stores are running quite low, though. They're kind of down to MREs and what little meat one of the Eric Bottler, one of the expedition, managed to kill a calamander, one of the lizard creatures you've seen on planet. So they made some stew from him that he's currently boiling up, but their food stores are running quite low after, many weeks without a resupply.
Well, lucky for you, we brought plenty of food, so we'll be able to feed all of you.
Did we?
Yes,
Yeah.
I brought 30 days worth of food.
Locke brought so much food.
Yeah, because I figured we didn't know exactly how long it would take to get here, and we didn't know how many people we would find when we got here.
Was that 30 days of food for the, 4 of us?
Yeah,
Yes.
So, how many of them are there?
4.
Okay, so, yeah, 8...
We got like 4
Okay.
days. We count like, or maybe
Yeah,
3 days.
so-
We got count like everyone.
So, softball, we could at least feed everybody for, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, realistically, it won't be. You would have to ration. To make.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, they mentioned that the people that left with the raft, there was 2 of them. So, if you take that into account, you would have to ration what you have to be able to make it back to the starport.
So, usual military basic as he looks to his team, about bucket down to 1,000 to 1,500 calories a person for the total of the period. Nobody will be starving, but everyone will go hungry, but everybody can at least eat.
I suppose that's fair. Excuse me. I'm actually dying here.
Glad I left the military only to return back to eating like I'm in the military.
I mean,
Lovely time.
you didn't get stick dogs in the military, at least.
You know what? You're correct. I didn't get the glorious goodness that would be stick dogs in the military.
You essentially had the same meal without the stick, though.
Yes.
Do we have any more? Do we have any more stick dogs?
On the plane, you sure. On the ship, you sure do.
I thought I dumped the bucket on him.
Yeah. I
Oh, yeah.
it was
You
dumped
did,
him
yeah.
like an asshole.
Yep, you did. I forgot.
So
We
wasteful.
would, but we had to celebrate your graduation somehow.
Huh. Wonder why people have a difficulty liking it.
There's a lot of personality. We clash often.
Yeah, like a yellow wallpaper. Okay, let's get them going.
Yeah.
I actually take offense to that. That's such a gaudy color for a wall, and I just walk off thinking about a yellow wallpaper.
Yeah, now he understands how I feel about him. He is
All
the
right,
yellow
beige.
He is the yellow wallpaper.
All right, beige. You're the color that they fucking make
Oh.
cubicles.
Terrific. I'm the same as what? One of many shades of human skin tones. Great.
No, you are a basic bitch. That is.
Don't you mean a
internet.
beige bitch?
That's correct.
I look Cliff over and I'm like, he's kind of a red color. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Some might call it rustic.
Yeah, it's like a foxy red.
Ooh, Foxy Lady. As
What?
he goes and he starts humming Foxy Lady as he gets starts getting people loaded in.
One of the science team previously told to you was by the name of Eric. He approaches as you were discussing the food rationing, and he says, "If we come across any animals, we can hunt them. I've done it quite a bit on this planet, and there's the calamanders. They're not super delicious, but they are full of protein. So if we do see any sort of wildlife, we can supplement our diet with some of that. There's also the raucous, which are the birds. They're a little trickier to catch, and they can be quite vicious. But
Okay.
we can use that as a supplement, especially if we bring on Eagle and Katrin. We might find those, and if there's any storms, we might find ourselves hard pressed for rationing.
All right. Then at least we have a way to feed everybody. Didn't know if the local wildlife was edible, but glad we know now.
It certainly is.
Perfect. Let's go find that grav track.
Okay. It is about 4 p.m. You suspect. So are you going to... It's going to take probably about an hour to get everybody on board. And, like, all things set. As they do want to bring some of their research and things like that with them.
So, sleep for the night here, head out in the morning.
That's your call.
He's looking at his team. We could have the eggheads just hop inside without the research, but that's likely a bad call.
Yeah, I think their research, I'm not sure Katya would leave without it.
There's some kind of smoke up on that ridge over there. We could go check that out while they get ready.
What? No, that could be something interesting. Why would we hop out of the vehicle for that?
You are the pettiest bitch I have ever known.
Yeah, let's go figure. Let's go see what the fuck it is.
I was concerned with the possible death of all of these researchers while you wanted to go exploring.
I'm simply saying
that could be the
of the
hovercraft.
group of
We
us,
should go investigate.
You were the individual. You know what? You were the individual who said, there may be treasure down there. And then you got in my head the idea that there was treasure on this planet. But instead, it's a giant ice ball. So I'm fucking sorry that I was excited for treasure.
What? Why did you think there would be treasure?
I don't know.
There might be. There's always treasure on planet. You just never know where it's at.
He does make a point there.
That was, you're right. The treasure is the friends we made along the way.
So the question
the
is...
friendships you lost.
How far do we think the smoke is, and is it worth backtracking to pick up the scientists?
Were you saying something, Phoenix?
No.
Could I tell about how far it's about on the edge of my vision? So what's the range on my Tech 12 binoculars?
You suspect it's it would probably, if you left right now, you would probably make it there in a couple hours. Would you be taking the ATV, I assume?
I believe so.
I assume.
Yeah, so then it would probably be a couple hours.
You said it's at about 6 right now? Or no, you said 4?
4, yeah.
Yeah, so that might
we
be
can get
enough
there and
time
back
for us to
before
get
nightfall.
there, rescue them, come back, and then stay the night. Yep. Can I take a gander from that hill?
Sure. I'll pass you over my binoculars.
That's a recon.
Okay, I rolled 9. I have a 2 in recon.
Okay. Yeah.
And what's the is that an int modifier or?
Recon is
It's intellect.
yeah.
Okay, so I have a +1 as well. So 12.
Okay. You're able to tell, looking a little bit more clearly, that you do see a pretty definitive smoke plume coming up from the north. As you look through the binoculars, you do see, though, that there does seem to be a storm front in the distance behind it, which sort of masked it initially from Jet's surveillance.
Do you think we'll be able to make it there before the storm?
Man,
How about go ahead.
I'm no meteorologist. I can't tell you.
How long ago did they leave?
They left weeks ago, the initial team.
It said like 3 weeks, right? When the initial distress signal went out from the dock.
Yeah, they were delivering a supply to us, so they should have supplies on them to last just the two of them this long. But they'd be right on the edge at this point.
I look to.
Sounds like we can't wait.
Yeah, I look to my crew and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I just kind of give a nod.
I'm in the door of the ATV. You guys coming?
Yeah, so I would
I
instruct.
won't be. You all head on up there. I'll stay with the scientists and get their stuff loaded and ready to go by morn and make sure everything will be all fine. I'll be in radio contact with you with my communication receiver.
Copy that.
And
we load in.
Up.
Mm-hmm. Are you going? Sorry, go ahead.
Foreman? He was seeing if, Gore, you going with him? Lars.
Lars, are you coming with us?
Yeah, I'll come with.
Okay.
Okay. As he sees him load up with, Cliff just starts helping them prepare themselves and get all their equipment ready.
I move about 2 feet and then the ATV comes to like one of those stops where it like tips up a bit and then comes back. And then the door opens. Any of you engineers?
I am, as the Droyan lifts up. Well, I used to be.
As he says in Oprith, go with them. They'll need you.
And as he says that, I say in English, nothing. I just extend my hand and do like the come on.
The Droyan hurries and flaps their wings to get to the ATV as quick as possible. He jumps on board.
I let her know, Cliff lets her know that he'll make sure to get all of her stuff ready.
Thank you. As they shut the hatch. And the ATV speeds off north.
Quickly.
As the ATV makes its way, give me a drive check, because I assume you're going to be pushing it a little bit harder, right?
If I were to ask the pterodactyl man, woman, sorry.
No, you had it. It's a man, but.
Could they give me an estimate on how long they would have been without food at this point if they ate normally?
It depends on how much, the raft seemed to be banged up a bit, so if they lost some of it, then they'd be very dire. They've been without food for about a week. If everything stayed on board, they should have a couple days worth of food left.
But you said among them is the person who was good at hunting?
No, that's Eric.
No.
That's Eric back at camp. These two
okay.
These two aren't part of our research team. They work for the downport. They are just sort of like our primary contact with the Sword World team. Because
I'm going to drive fast. You could say recklessly fast.
Well, those are two different
no.
things.
I'm reckless.
Okay, then give me a drive check.
Come on, baby.
Can I?
Let me get a green one.
Can I be his second pair of eyes up front and contribute any recon needed?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come bullets. 11, and my drive is
Nice.
+1. What's the stat for drive? Is it Dex?
Mm-hmm.
So +3, 14.
Okay. Yeah, that's very good. Okay.
Nice.
Any sort of hills or areas of the ice plain that look like it might be a little weaker, you're just swerving around as you're blazing up. You're able to get there in about an hour and a half as you see you round a small hill and you can see the source of the smoke. It is not the wreck you hoped it to be, though. It appears to be like some sort of mechanical device is laying out in the middle of a field, a couple of probably about 30 feet ahead of you as you round this sort of ice hill. And from here you see there's two large furry creatures covered in white fur that seem to be pawing at this thing.
Oh shit, is that a Yeti? Hey, Mr. Science Man.
Yes?
You recognize any of the things here? The device or the creatures?
The device seems to be something one of the devices we were missing from camp. Actually, it was helping us map out the valley. I don't know how it got all the way out here. I've never seen those creatures before. Eric has described encountering some sort of ice bear.
Did I learn anything about those during my research?
You did not. They're very, very rare, from what you can gather. Not a lot of people have explored Mythworld. This team that's out here right now are one of the few to actually spend a lot of time on its surface. So during your research, you heard of the Ronkus, you heard of the Calamanders, but nothing on these bears.
If I pop out the top of the ATV, do I see any more smoke anywhere or any signs of like maybe a crash?
No, but you do see that the device seems to still be working. Kay, who's the Droyan, says if we were able to recover that, we could do a scan of the valley. I'd be able to repair it, and we could tell pretty accurately where the air raft might have gone down if it is in fact wrecked somewhere out here.
Question is, how do we get it? I don't like the look of those bears.
You hear Jet start preparing his SMG.
If these things are rare, should we shoot them?
2 problems with 1. That's a lot of meat.
It is a lot of meat, but I don't know. I look to our resident scientists to gauge whether it would be moral or to affect the ecology like that.
I mean, I'm no expert on, the animal life on this planet. That's Eric would be able to tell you more about that. But
Can we radio Eric? Ask if he would shoot them if he were here.
Jet is in the weapons cabin on the top of this ATV with the cannon on it, and he's taking aim.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, there's a 50 cal on the top of this thing.
there.
Okay, slow your jets, Jet.
We need that device before they break it. It's survival of the fittest out here, and
know,
I don't
that's
want to be
fair.
around when people start eating each other.
I wonder if firing that thing would scare them off, or if it would just make them mad. I could.
This
I
is
could
an
get.
ATV.
I could get my sniper rifle, and we could try scaring them off with the 50 cal. And if they rush us, we can shoot them.
Can I just open comms back to them real quick?
Yeah. Well,
I
you-
would recommend that.
I'm just
You can
gonna
give-
open up comms to them.
Cliff, you get a ping on your handheld computer from the out team. Cliff.
Cliff is gone for 10
Is
minutes.
he back? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's gone for 10 minutes. He should
Okay.
be back soon, but
While they're figuring this out, I'm taking aim, and I'm trying to make sure I don't hit the device. I'm not firing yet, but I am taking aim.
Kaja picks up the device. Cliff's taking a huge dump. What's going on, guys?
Hey, quick question for Eric over there. So we found some pretty, rare, ice bears? What are they? Ice bears?
I
Yeah.
call it a Yeti.
You see two of them. Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't know they worked in they worked in packs. I've only ever seen one. They're extremely rare. We
As
think
this is
that
going on in the background, you're ready to fire.
Stop.
we,
I'm not
Yeah,
firing yet. I'm just ready.
our hot dog up there is planning to shoot them.
Oh, you can't shoot them. They're extremely rare. We don't have any evidence that they even exist. So this expedition has found them. It's I've had some theories actually that the Asland that they might have survived since the time that the Asland occupied this planet. We don't know if they were descendants or some sort of pets or what service they had, but no, you absolutely cannot kill these creatures.
Do you have any research on how we could scare it off? Because these two are currently investigating the device that you lost.
I saw one of those things rip a calamander in half. As soon as I saw that, I got on the air raft with Eagle and we got out of there immediately. I can't. I don't want to undersell how powerful these creatures are. I would not suggest getting out of the vehicle, and I don't know how much conventional weapons will do against it, but I beg you not to end these creatures, or attempt to, anyways.
I was more thinking how we could scare them or lure them away.
I mean, if you have some foodstuffs or something on board, that might work.
I look over
We're
to
giving
Lars.
away food now.
It would probably be the easiest way to do it. If only we had a vat of stick dog food.
We got that at the
would
beginning of
be
our journey.
such-
Regardless, that would have
That'd
been
be
gone by now.
Such a good thing to have.
Locke, keep talking, and I'm gonna dome one of these guys.
Yeah, I'll dome you.
I can solve our problems right here.
All right, what are
I
we
am being
thinking?
patient.
Should we try to scare them away and then drive if they chase us and try to lure them off? Or we could just throw a few candy bars, so to speak. If only we had a couple of those lizards. We don't still have those birds hanging around on top of us, do we?
Do we have flares in the ATV?
Yes, you do. I know the birds flew away during the last storm. Cliff, as you return,
Yes.
Kaja hands you back the communicator. Your team has been communicating with Eric as they encountered a device that was used to map the planet's surface that they think they could use to detect where the air raft is.
Wonderful.
But they encountered some rare and previously unknown ice bears that seem to be attacking the device. And now they're trying to determine whether they should kill the bears, lure the bears away.
Well, is there no way that they could be able to strike fear into the bears? I mean, they do have on top of it a twin plasma engine.
Yeah, Jet's currently pointing.
Well,
I'm not saying you should shoot the
pointing at
bears.
the
I'm
bears.
saying that you could cause a pretty terrifying light show. I mean, you fire that weapon at any of the locations on the ground, that thing's going to scar the land. It's going to scare the shit out of them, especially with how loud it is. What's up?
We're near a mountainous area, right, Sengoku?
Near being like relatively a couple hours, not like right around the corner.
You're not within, seismic activity causing a avalanche.
Eric had suggested that we sacrifice a little food to lure them away from the device.
Food is scarce as it is. We don't need to do that.
It is scarce, but the device could help us save lives.
We can be able to hunt on our way back. I say, exhausting some of our food stores, we can make up for that with a bit of hunting. Rather than exterminating a creature that we further not yet met. What?
No.
Solve two problems at once. That's a lot of meat on those bears.
There's a lot of meat on you, too.
That's what I'm trying to prevent!
If we reduce ourselves to firing into undiscovered species and we eliminate the food chain by even killing one of those, you're an asshole.
Well, you have called me an asshole the entire way here.
You're right. You're
Yes,
a dickhead.
but I haven't.
You actually have multiple times.
I have?
Everyone has called me an asshole.
Well, that's what happens when you act like an asshole.
If I was an asshole, I would have fired already.
And I'm grateful
Jet,
that you haven't.
Out of the amount of respect that I do have for you, please remember the basics. We're not here to destroy the local wildlife. We're here to do as little damage as possible.
I ain't no Star Trek man. We're here to save those people.
All right, I'm just going to go to the food stores, grab something meaty, and throw it past Jet's head over, as far as I can.
What just happened? I know my character doesn't know.
I know. I'm waiting to hear Sengoku whether he wants me to roll athletics or something.
Sengoku?
Oh, sorry. My mic was muted. I was talking the whole time.
Oh no.
Yeah, what I said is yes, I will get you to try and throw it. I will get you to do a athletics dexterity check, please.
Okay, I have a 0 in athletics. I rolled a 9, and my dexterity is +1. So 10.
No, because it's -3 if you don't have athletics.
No, I have 0 in athletics.
Oh, you have a 0.
I have a 0 in
okay.
athletics.
Okay, so that was a 7, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a 9. It's a 10.
Oh, sorry. I was doing the -3.
Oh yeah, no, it's a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to throw the food out, landing just shortly behind the bears. The bears kind of move around and start trying to tear apart the various MREs and cans of food you threw out. There is a window to grab this device. It appears to be probably 2 feet wide by 1 foot tall.
I'll grab it.
But someone would have to leave the safety of the ATV to be able to pick this up.
I'll grab it.
I'll stay on the gun.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my sniper just in case.
If they start trying to eat people, you're first, Luck.
Well, technically, it's gonna be Lars.
Yeah, if I'm going out here, you're not taking control of the ship. You understand me? You're not captain.
I meant the scientists.
Okay, Lars, you exit the ATV and you can see the bear's back are to you probably about 20 feet. She managed to get a good throw, so it's about 20 feet away from the device. So
Sneaky.
I will get you to roll me a stealth to approach this unheard and unnoticed.
Stealth.
Yes, please.
If I wanted to just skip stealth and just be as fast as I can, what would that be?
That would be
If
athletics.
they turn around to chase you, I'm shooting the bear.
Or maybe you should let me take care of the bears and you should get back on the drive.
I already committed to it.
Getaway.
So it's going to be a athletics
Alright.
dexterity if you're going to run and just sprint towards it.
Either way, it's going to be a -3.
Either way.
But I still rolled fucking 2 6s.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you...
What was that?
Mm-hmm.
I can just not do this if you want me to.
No, go ahead.
He wants to shoot bears.
You run over and quickly grab the device and pivot and start running back. You're about halfway back to the ship when the bears realize that you've stolen their prize, and they start to lop after you. It seems sort of half-heartedly, as they think you're making very good distance from them.
Is he gonna make it back, or should I fire some warning shots at their toes with my laser rifle?
You think, given his speed, that he will make it back. Unless he trips or something, you think you should be fine.
All right. What if I throw another food item?
I mean, that
Oh
would
my God.
that would guarantee it.
I'm gonna lob another food item.
Okay. You throw
Got
some
him.
food out, and the bears kind of stop in their tracks and turn around and
Okay.
continue with their meal as Lars reaches the ATV and kind of puts the device up on the top of it and climbs up the ladder.
As he gets close enough, I'll slide out of the gunner compartment and start the ATV.
Mm-hmm. As you fire up the ATV, the bears kind of look up and look to see what you're about to do.
I pat Jet's shoulder and say, "I'll give you my dessert for 3 days."
We don't have desserts. We ain't got food. We got
You know
dried
of.
ass cakes.
Hey, who stocked this thing? You or me?
I assume you, but we've been on the road for about a week.
So you're saying you ate all the chocolate? I see.
I don't like chocolate.
You know, me neither. It's funny because I'm a dog, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna reverse and start headed out.
As you drive away, the bears kind of look up at the last minute and kind of go back to their feeding as you drive back south. Lars.
No. I'm just gonna get a hill or two away so that and see if the scientists can fix the device with stuff on the ATV.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is Lars, upon coming into the ATV, you put the device down, and Kai immediately begins tinkering with it.
This technically counts as comms, doesn't it? Or probably not.
No.
Electronics, probably.
Because I have electronics comms. It's like if I could help repair this thing at all, I would.
Yeah, I mean, it would be under sensors.
Sensors.
Yeah.
Don't have sensors, but I do.
I've got computers. Is that close enough?
Well, it is computer. It's electronics. Computers would.
Yeah, electronics computer.
Computer. Not really. No. I mean, you could give me a roll, and if it's an extraordinary roll, then I'll say you're able to do something.
All right, Lars, let's do this together. See if we can get this fixed so we can get those guys home before it's too late.
I could just give you the assist bonus.
What's the assist bonus again?
That would be a boon, essentially.
So there's 3 people working on this bitch.
Yeah. So.
All of them at least decent with electronics.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. It's
So
5
roll-
and 3, 8.
Okay, then roll another d6 and get rid of the lowest.
Where? What?
So you're rolling 3d6 and taking away the lowest.
Yeah. Izzy, did you run off with my bag of dice? Where the fuck? Oh, here it is. Oh, I guess I can just roll the lowest dice again.
Yep.
It was a 3. Oh, it's a 6 now, so 11. So 11, and my electronics is 0. Oh, does that go off of education? Did I?
Let's say
ever get
I'm gonna say
healed?
intellect for this one. Because
Okay.
yeah, it's
Because I'm still at technically -2 education.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Most of them are intellect or education, so you're gonna use your intellect.
Well, then it's a flat 11 then.
Okay, and then the Droyan's gonna use his ability, and you're able to get the device up and running. When you turn it on, the Droyan kind of opens up the hatch and brings it outside. It's kind of making a detailed like imaging of the planet for a couple 100 kilometers. About 300 kilometers to the northeast, right near in the direction you came from, a little bit more to the north. You're getting a strong reading of what appears to be some sort of vehicle, and it's not like it seems to have some sort of power on board, as it's quite a clear signal compared to because you can also see on this map the old ATV, the broken down one, that just sort of shows up as a gray blip. This one has green, which is showing electrical power. You don't think it's on, but you think it has the ability to be turned on.
Ha! And I'll wrap my arm like around Lars and shake him. Good job! All right, guys, let's go.
So
I'm gonna be driving fast. You might want to secure that. I'm gonna look at the doctor and say that.
we should probably head back and get everyone, because we're basically we're already 2 hours from camp, or an hour and a half from camp. And then this trip will take, probably
Yeah, it's
about
5:30.
probably about 5 hours.
Wait, to get to the signal?
Yeah, because if you drive fast, actually more than that, because if you drive fast, you're going at about, I think it's 30 kilometers an hour. Let me see here. Reckless driving. Okay, so you can do 50 kilometers an hour if you're driving recklessly. So, that's 2, 4, 6 hours. If you're
If
driving,
I'm driving recklessly?
yeah. And it's also it's in the same direction as the downport. So you'd be literally backtracking.
Yeah, we can get it along the way. Let's get everyone else.
I'm gonna sit down next to the scientist. You know this means those people on that hovercraft are probably gonna die.
They've been out there for 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure a couple more hours isn't going to make that much of a difference. Not unless they have some snow bears too.
Without food for a week.
I mean, if Eagle's still alive, he's a real son of a bitch, but he's pretty resourceful.
Couldn't last 3 weeks without food. We'll find them alive.
If we're lucky, he's been using it as shelter. If not, he's probably just a corpse in the wreckage.
Alright. I'm gonna start heading back to camp. Not recklessly, just fast.
Fast still requires a drive. Give me a drive, please.
Yep. Uh, 5 plus whatever my bonuses are.
What are your bonuses?
Drive, I have a +1, and then dexterity, I have a +2.
8.
So 8.
Okay. You kind of drive yourself into a little bit of an obstacle. Like you find yourself at sort of a rock wall that like a little hillside that you can't pass, so you have to circle back. So you make it back in about 2 hours instead of less, but you get everyone there safe. As you barely squeezed through that drive check.
Good shit.
So you arrive back at camp at about 6:30, as the sun is starting to get down towards the horizon. You think you have a couple hours of sunlight, an hour and a half of sunlight left.
Hey Cliff, how's the packing coming along?
I say again?
How's your packing coming along?
We've got most everything set and ready. All we have to do is start loading it onto the vehicle, which will take about an hour or so, or half an hour at this point, and we'll be ready to get out of here.
Alright. I guess it'll be like a full group decision if we want to start heading out immediately, or if we just want to stay here for a night before we have to go.
I think given this many lives at stake, we might be best if we wait till morning. What's the progress on that storm? Is it coming our way, or were we just racing the storm to get to the equipment?
It still seems to be residing to the north. You think that, given your trajectory of where you sort of saw it, right now, if you were to head there, you'd probably run into the storm. You don't know what tomorrow will bring, but that's the current state.
All right, sounds like it's worth waiting.
What do the rest of you think?
We hit one of those storms before. Really wouldn't like to be caught out, especially with passengers. one of those. Now that we know that there's bears out there too. Fuck.
On top of that, we will be carrying an added amount of weight, meaning that there will be a higher, though nominal, percent chance of being tipped.
Yep. I, for one, would like to wait.
Says you, Officer Jaguar.
I'm sleeping in the HEV, and he grabs
There
a
we go.
blanket and he sits in the driver's station, and he like loops his leg through like the steering wheel so no one can touch it.
It's a little weird, but okay.
He's very... As he doesn't even finish that sentence, as he sets up his self-assembling habitation module.
Sipping with
Alright,
the
see you
ATV
all in the
bugs.
morning.
Under his blanket, Jaguar is gonna keep his SMG always ready now.
You're all shook now?
Look, I know how cannibal movies start. I don't fuck around. Someone just threw away about a week's worth of food.
It wasn't a week's worth. It was maybe one person's day worth of rations.
Does Jet
One
Jaguar
person's
watch cannibal movies?
Do you think anyone other than Jet would watch like old zombie movies, old like Lost in the
Well, 'cause-
Frozen and have to eat their friend movies? Well, cuz
Okay.
Jet is a connoisseur of TV media. He's watched 100% seen one of these stories play out.
I mean, he knew what rollerblades are. Might check out.
This is why he still has upgraded the security cameras for the CCTV.
Night, y'all, as he clambers into his little habitation module.
Jet sleeps with one eye open.
Buck sleeps securely in a bunk.
Are you sleeping at the camp? Or in the ATV as well?
Which one's warmer?
The camp, definitively.
Okay, I'm taking a bunk at the camp.
Yeah, because I'm assuming you're not leaving the ATV running all night, so you're probably like turning it on, to warm up the cabin, then turning it off, and a little bit of work to save gas.
Oh, if no one else is in the ATV, I'm just gonna bundle up with as many blankets as I can and just leave it off.
I sleep cold, so
You sleep cold?
sleep cold.
Sleep cold on an ice world?
Yeah, everybody sleeps cold.
You all. My habitation module is set for exactly 20 degrees Celsius. Losers.
Well, I mean, in fairness,
I will come over there and poke a hole in it.
the habitation modules that are set up here are the same, so they're
I know it. Don't worry, I'm cracking
Yeah.
wise. They're scientists, of course. They have habitation modules.
the only one that's really cold is Jet,
Exactly.
but he's okay with it. So the night comes and goes. It does seem to get a little bit colder, but not as cold as you felt on this planet. Sitting at probably in the morning at about -20 Celsius. Which, for Americans, I don't know what that translates to.
Well below freezing.
Yes.
Well below freezing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like, I used to know the conversion rate. It's around
What'd you say the current temperature was? Sorry.
-20.
Yeah, with no sun, it's
Yeah,
about
it's about negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's a typical Canadian winter.
It's a wee nippy, eh?
Hey, it's a wee bit fucking a bit cold.
Wee tit nipply.
That is what they say.
And then as everybody wakes up, the sun is bringing some much appreciated warmth as it warms up by about 5 degrees during the morning hours.
Toasty.
And the scientists are all set to go as they have everything bundled and packed, all their research set, and they load it up onto the ATV. Eric made everybody the last of his calamander stew, if you would like some.
Yeah, it's warm,
Yeah,
it's
might
hot,
as
and
well.
isn't what we've been eating.
Yep.
Yeah, taste-wise, it's not great. It's not, it's very, like, thin and, like, not a lot of, to it, but the warmth, just eating warm food alone is a moral.
It's hot, it's ready, and he is, quote, wolfing it down. Let's go. He eats it, and he starts, let's go.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Okay, everybody climbs on board.
Who wants to try and wake Jet?
Yeah, and you all find Jet sleeping by the steering wheel.
Throw an MRE at his head.
We should probably bring him some warm stew.
You're right.
He's gonna need it.
We're gonna need to get him some stew.
What you actually see is a pile
I
of like
don't
every
like
piece
the way
of
you
cloth on the
said
ship.
that. He's wearing my scarf and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've got your scarf on. I've got everyone's extra pair of pants on. Every blanket in the ship is currently piled on top of me. It's just like it's like muck if muck was clothing
Right, yeah.
around your driving area.
He's tired of slowing things up. He's just gonna go up to him and pat him on the back. Come on, wake up. Time to go.
and like the SMG is immediately in your face.
As he raises one hand, as now there's a gun in his face. Seriously.
Man, nightmares are real. Anyways, we ready to go?
Yeah, it's the nightmare that put a gun in your mouth. Put a gun in my face.
Man, I've seen some shit. You don't know what old Earth media has. It's not good shit.
Yeah, too bad. What I've seen wasn't on a video log. Get the vehicle ready. He turns around and tired. This is like, oh, I've seen movies and videos.
Yeah, but we
Whatever.
grew up on war-torn planets.
I was on the war-torn planet with you.
I wasn't born on a war-torn planet.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
There,
I was in war and got my lower half blown off.
Oh yeah, you know, I was there for that.
All right, yeah. Both of you, piss pity. The piss.
No one's asking for pity, you little shitty committee. As he chuckles
Both
at
of you
him.
both piss pretty enough. So shake it off. Get ready to go.
And I'm the jackass. And I'm gonna start the ATV.
This one I agree with Jaguar. As he chuckles, he elbows Lars fucking with him as he chuckles.
With everybody on board, you can tell there isn't a whole lot of space. It seems that everybody's very cramped up. There's not enough actual like seats for everybody. There's some people can sit at the dining area or lay in the beds. But there's only 4 chairs with seat belts. Do you guys have any idea about where are you gonna tell the scientist to sit?
So, do the beds have an O ship bar?
No, they do not.
Damn. I'll take one of the beds.
I just sent a picture of the interior.
Yeah, so there's at least 4 beds. And then 4 chairs. and then
That's-
a toilet. He's going to bundle himself up, and whenever it's viable, he'll step out, seeing the current condition of things, and seeing that it's not going to be a very level track. He comes back in. Yeah, I'd say, if you guys don't mind me suggesting, if Lars is going to take one of the beds, we should have our engineer droid take one of the buckled chairs. If anyone is going to be able to get sufficiently, if anything happens to the rest of us, we need at least someone who can be able to get the ship up and running.
Is that
That's why. Go ahead.
thing next to the toolbox like a bench, like a table and two like benches?
Yeah, it's like a fold-down table.
Oh, we got plenty of room.
Well, the room wasn't the issue. It's buckles in case this thing flips and people start dying. Who do we want to assure their survival?
Yeah, that table at the back is essentially like a school bus seat. Like two school bus seats facing each other.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining. Not very...
Hold on tight.
Anyone's ever been on a train that's like the exact type of like setup?
Yeah, people would be safer, I think, on the beds than those things, but
yeah. As he sees the situation, he'll just Cliff grabs his big black box and he's just going to sit on the floor and set the big black box beside him.
Mm-hmm.
Press his knee up against it and press his back against the wall and just well, whatever happens happens, but he'll be not ready for it.
yeah, I'm gonna sit up front and help navigate, or I'll help keep an eye out.
Okay. Give me a drive check.
Me?
Yep. Assuming you're driving, yeah.
Yep. I'll take the first shift. We should do it in shifts of this is a lot of people, so probably just me and Cliff.
Any of them drivers?
Eric drives. Usually would is more comfortable with air rafts. Grav flying is much more
But he drives, so we could take 3 shifts. That way we don't actually have to stop. We can do 888.
5, 2, 3, 10.
Okay, awesome. So you travel across the ice plain as you make your way back up north. You're about 4 hours into your journey. When I guess it would be Locke would be sitting at the assistants. You see there is a ping on the communication, the sensors in front of you. It seems as though you're picking up a distress beacon 100 kilometers to the north of your current position.
All right, I point it out to Jet. Do you think that's them?
There's one way to figure out. Is it coming from the blip that we think is the aircraft? We should still have that signal on the one map we picked up, right?
Yeah, it's in the same area. Yeah.
Then let's go to it.
It's possible that they flipped
way
and
farther out.
No,
Well,
this is relatively close to the camp. On the initial signal, you were able to tell it seems as though the air raft didn't get very far. That when they slammed into that rock, it sustained quite a bit of damage to what the droid had said, probably its guidance and communications.
Wait, so we could have got this yesterday on our way back?
No, because
this is our way back because it was further out.
I'm so confused.
It's okay. Where you were was 2 hours to the north of the camp. This is 6 hours from the camp to the north, like northeast. So it would have been...
This is on our way back.
It would have been 4 hours into the night. You're driving to this place. And then it would have been 6 hours back to the camp. And then you would have had to do another 6 hours to make it right back to where you just left the day before. So you would essentially just have burned a day just getting right back to where you currently are.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Let's go do this. I was just confused because at one point it was said it was near the dock. And I was like, okay. But,
no,
okay.
No, it wasn't near the dock, no. It was on the way, what you probably heard was it's on the way to it. In that it's the same direction you're heading to get back.
To the signal!
Yes. Okay, you are driving along. You're crossing some pretty deep snow at this point as you push north. You can see there's like a little bit of a hill range ahead of you, which is where the signal seems to be indicating the distress signal is. About an hour into this journey, from the driver's seat, you are driving along, and then suddenly the road, the snow beneath you, just drops away. The front end of the ATV just sinks into the snow as you go falling into what seems like a gully, as the entire craft is buried nose first in the snow. With this violent stop, everybody inside of the cabin is thrown. The two of you, well, there's 4 of you that are wearing your seatbelts. So Locke, Jaguar, the Droin, and Kaja were all sitting in seats. Everyone else, you're gonna roll me a athletics dexterity check.
Yes, sir.
Who was in the bottom 2 bunks? I imagine that was pretty safe.
The other 2 are at the back table.
So no one was on the bottom bunks?
I assume that's where Lars was. I didn't
I'm
think
guessing
Lars...
that's probably just making it an easier success roll.
Well, I'm assuming you weren't just at the top bunk for no reason, but if you were...
No, I'm not at the top.
If you look in Travelers of Tamriel, I just got 6 plus 1, a natural 13.
Okay, great.
Nice.
As we see as he sees just barely as it begins to dip. He forces his feet forward against the box, pressing his back against the other wall as he splays out his arms and barely holds his position as it's tumbling, as he's like literally just holding his position in place. Hang on!
Lars, what did you get?
That's a 5.
Okay. You go flying forward out of the bunk as one of the scientists falls down. One of the Eric's wife is slammed to the ground as well. Lars, you go flying out of your bunk and slam
Lars!
You slam right into Cliff, who's braced perfectly.
As he slams into him, because I got a 6-6, as he hits into me, am I able to grab him with that arm and just hold on to him?
Yeah, but he hit the ground already, so he's gonna take his damage.
Yeah, I get that, but okay, got you. As he's gonna... Okay, then on that he'll, sorry, I'll let you do what you're doing, but as soon as he can, if he's in my arm reach, he's gonna grab him and check on him.
So he hits the ground and you grab his limp body and it's just...
Lars is gonna take... You're gonna take 8 damage, Jesus.
God damn!
No!
So you're...
Oh, leaves me with 1 whole endurance left.
Yeah. Cliff, you're gonna take, luckily, just 1. As Lars slams into you.
Lars!
Go ahead.
What is a 1's modifier on endurance?
Minus... What, minus 4?
It's minus 2. It doesn't go down to minus 4, does it?
I thought a 1 was a negative 3 or 4, but if it's just a 2,
check,
then yeah, negative 2.
But yeah, the scientist at the back seems to, looks like she dislocated her shoulder as she fell out of the chair. A 1 is -2, yeah.
As soon as we are settled, I'm gonna go about looking to, fix people up.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever needs it most.
See Lars just holding a possibly broken nose, a major black eye, just blood dripping down his forehead.
Probably broken collarbone.
From the front seat where you're sitting, the entire front cabin seems to be just covered in snow, as you can't see out of it. As the whole vehicle, the old ATV, seems to have come to a stop.
Lars, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Good. You may look uglier, but at least you can hear.
What did we hear?
Oh, we'll find out.
Oh.
As he looks over to Locke. Can you take care of both of them?
Yeah, I'm on it.
As he nods to her, and he'll go up to the front to check on Jaguar and see what's going on.
Jaguar's just kind of like he's still in a little bit of shock because it was just snow falling, and he turned as much as he could. You can see him holding his elbow because he kind of just jerked it. Can't see anything from here. You should check the gunner's compartment. You might be able to see something from out there.
I'll climb
up
to
leaving the actual thing.
He pats his shoulder as he hears him, and he climbs up, and he'll exit out the back of this once he's dressed up to check on the damage.
Okay, as you're climbing up, Locke, you go and check on the wounded. Lars is very injured, whereas Cliff seems to be all right. Just took a couple bumps, and the other scientist seems to be okay. Has a dislocated shoulder, but for someone of your talent, should be a pretty easy fix. Did you want to use any of your equipment in particular?
Yeah. I mean, the dislocation, there's not much to do other than pop it back in place, unfortunately. Maybe some pain meds. What's going down with Lars? Broken nose, broken how much of him is broken?
Yeah, I mean, as he was slammed out, he took a huge blow to his face. You can see he took quite a hard ocular contusion as his both of his eyes. He looks very like a raccoon at the moment, as his eyes are swollen and blackening right before your eyes. You can kind of see it. He's also covered in.
Laugh all you want.
Yeah, he's covered in
look like I'm
scrapes
laughing?
and bruises. Yeah, his nose appears to be broken as well.
All right,
Roll it.
I start fixing him up.
265. That's how many bones are broken.
Yep. Yeah, so I start patching him up. Is anybody else injured?
Did you say roll a D265?
Yeah, it would be how many bones you broke.
All right.
Clever. Yeah. Medical care in this game is actually really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a like a care than it is like a magical healing, right? It's not
exactly.
Right.
It's not instantaneous, but if you set the bones right and you kind of put the proper healing in place, then it will allow him to heal over time.
Well, I rolled 10. I have 2 in medic, and then would probably be education, right?
Yes, it would be.
Yeah. So that's 12.
Applying first aid restores a number of characteristic points equal to the effect.
Twice the effect.
It says equal to the effect of a medic check.
And during these moments, while we discover the rules, we'd like to ask you to adopt a nearby puppy. Shelter pets are better than others.
It's true.
So what I would say the rule here, because it says the effect, I'm assuming that would be like the almost like the dice modifier.
Yeah, I would say the dice modifier, because if that's the total, then a healer would be able to heal someone instantaneously, and that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, so because Locke got a 12, that would be
then
2.
Yeah, so 2 times 2, 4.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So 4 HP, there you go.
Cool. Back up to 5 endurance.
Yeah.
So,
And then what's this medical care? I guess that's something different.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the way that
Oh,
they-
that's if you're staying in a hospital or a sick bay.
Yes.
That's the added HP you get.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, over long term. This is first aid.
Got it.
So with first aid, how it would work is basically you repaired that, but there's still some sort of, let's say there's some internal bruising. You know, there's something you can't just quickly fix. So that is something that you would need to actually get to, you know, some sort of hospital or something to repair.
Got it.
So what do you have
Okay,
left,
beautiful.
Phoenix, for your, after you got 4 back, so
I've got 5 endurance now.
out of what?
Nice.
9.
9. Okay, so yeah. So basically what that implies is that you will need some sort of surgery at some point to fully repair all of your damages.
Wow.
Because that's a
Beautiful.
lot. That's...
Man,
So
you
he's
just,
like,
Hey,
you
back
just
at
don't
it.
do anything halfway, do you?
I do love that he, like, took on, like, 2, like, polar bears, like, unscathed, and then it's like, oh, slight car crash.
Hey, remember, guys, car crashes, they're deadly.
They are.
Drive sober or get into a devastating car crash.
I
Yeah.
was sober. Don't drive in the
I know
fucking
you're
snow.
sober. You were doing just fine. I was saying that the mountain was not sober.
Oh,
The message
yeah,
here is don't drive in the goddamn snow.
you know,
Stay home.
that's not the message.
Okay, so, Cliff,
Awesome.
you climb out, and you can see that
I'm
the...
gonna join Cliff, by the way, since I don't have anything else to do.
You're gonna go with Cliff?
Yeah.
Okay. As you try and open the side door, it seems to be stuck. So you're forced to go up to the roof as well.
Right.
When you get up to the roof, you see that the whole front of the entire front half of the ETV is submerged in the snow. You want to give me, both of you can give me a recon check.
Copy.
Are you good at recon? Because I'm not good at recon.
Yeah. As he points his sniffer up.
You're gonna smell the snow.
No, I'm joking, obviously.
Yeah, I know.
Don't
That would
knock
be really
smelling
funny.
snow.
I smell directions.
Oh, I
That
got
might be the myth.
I got a 9, so a 6. It's at education because it was education. It's 5.
Oh yeah, education. Okay. Total of 8.
Okay. You're gonna go ahead and Cliff, you see, looking around that the it seems as though what you fell into is like almost like if you look closely, you can see there's a line of snow going to either side of where the track, the ATV is stuck into. It seems as though the snow here is of a different consistency, like it's been churned. Like the hard packed snow on the underside of it seems to have been disturbed. From the surface, it's barely noticeable. You have to really like peer at it to know, which is why there was no opportunity to really divert the ATV. It's about 2 meters in diameter, and on either side, as you guys kind of look around, you realize that there's the snow on the sides are very well packed, but if you put your foot over the area to the side, your foot sinks right in, almost like a pipe was here or something and was removed.
We went through the base of a pipe, broke loose underneath us.
You don't think it's a pipe?
What's the pipe doing all the way out here?
Yeah, you don't think it's a pipe. I used the pipe to describe as though there was a pipe here, and then it was taken away, almost like it's...
Got it. It
It's-
seems that something is absent here, and then we went straight through a shallow block of ice. There's no way you could have known. It all looked the same.
I'm gonna climb up and hop down next to the front of the thing. How deep is the snow?
into the snow,
How
like
deep is the pit that we're in?
quite deep. Just by you kind of like getting into the snow, it's like up to your arms. If you fully sink yourself in,
Fuck.
you suspect that it's about 2 meters across and 2 meters down.
Okay. Don't look good, do it.
I don't know if we're getting her out of this one. Go try and
Copy.
back her up.
As he leans his head in, as he gets an idea. Hey! Someone check the telemetry unit. How far are we away from the SOS?
The droid grabs the device. It seems about 50 kilometers.
Fuck. Hell of a walk. Yeah, I'll try backing it up just a little, but I'm not gonna run the risk of us getting completely submerged. He climbs down and inside, and he tries to back it up, but the moment it seems that it's gonna cause more harm than good, he's gonna stop.
You don't, you can only feel traction on the front 2 wheels, and they're unfortunately submerged in that almost like silt-like snow, the churned snow. The back 2 wheels, seem to be like mostly up in the air, like the middle wheel is touching the ground, but just barely. You think that the only way to really free it is to dig it out.
As he climbs back out, goes up to Jag. Well, where I see it, we have 2 options. Either we can begin the long process of trying to dig it out, or we are 50 kilometers away. Take us about, if we're lucky, it'll take us about 2 days on foot. That could be suicide by itself, but we can't dig this out. The only shot we got. Get to the SOS and maybe it's there.
Might be better to split up for now. I'll see if I can get this shit out of the snow, because we're not getting back to the dockyard without this guy.
Oh, I know. As he nods to him and he shakes his wrist. I'm on up a search party. We'll head out, make our way over there. You meet us there or pick us up along the way if you're able to get it out.
Eric steps forward. Is that wise? Shouldn't we all just be digging this thing out?
You guys are gonna help us
What
dig?
if the whole thing starts coming down?
Yeah, what if it all starts falling through?
What do you mean?
Like, if
Well,
we start
what
digging
if-
this thing, it could just all go, couldn't it?
I mean, the most of this planet is a very thickly packed permafrost. It shouldn't just give way.
Well, that's what we thought about all this, but you know.
Yes, this is quite an exception. I've never seen
So
this.
there are exceptions.
You're right. Yes, I'm.
How about those of us who can begin work and dig, along with Jag here? Those of us who want to go with me, we can start making our way on foot.
What if we run into more of those ice bears?
Well,
We got 50 cal on the top. I'll finish what I started.
don't worry. I have something to deter them.
A gun?
Sure. As he
Sparkling
gets into the car. What's up?
I said a sparkling personality.
That too. He looks over the rest of them. It's fit enough to come with me on foot. Don't need a whole lot. We need more people digging this thing out as quickly as possible.
Do we think it's more likely that I would be useful going with them just in case, or staying back with busted up Lars and the others who were injured.
You should go with, hang on.
You should come with us in case when we get to the SOS, they're already near.
All right.
Yeah, you should go with Cliff.
Well, you can't.
Lars can't do anything anyways.
Yeah, you can't do much for Lars.
He's already on his deathbed.
Yeah, Lars is kind of in bad shape, which will mean he can't really dig particularly well.
Lars, you want to come with us?
Lars can't move.
Maybe.
No, he can't.
Yeah.
Doctor's orders. He can't go.
Why not? That's his choice. He's our commander.
Yeah, and he's in about 6 pieces.
I think I'm
Lars,
good,
can you
but
walk?
I mean, I could stay here, keep everyone company.
Do you want to stay here?
Sure.
He's getting very assertive now.
Hey, I'll stay here.
Only if you want to.
I do.
Okay. As he shakes his wrist, as he pulls him in. Trust you to keep things rolling here.
I will.
See you on either side, Lars. Alright. That just makes the 2 of us. Unless our engineer wishes to come with us.
Could be a good idea.
She could help us be able to repair it if it's there.
I suppose I could. I feel as though it's, it would be, how many people do we have here? We have, Eric, Kaja, and Jet. Those are the only people that can dig out.
It's a good start. You can stay here then. That's a fair point. As well, you and Jet could brainstorm ideas to speed up the process.
Can do.
All right. Lock. Let's rock.
All right.
He throws on his jacket, throws on his little wolf shades, grabs his big black box and puts it over his shoulder, and starts making his way up. Oh, and grab like snacks.
I have put snacks in my med bag.
Perfect. Let's go.
Yeah.
Send me on my way. On my way.
Yeah, it's going to be at least enough rations for us for our walk there and back, and then rations just in case we find the starving people and they're alive.
What does that mean to you?
That means at least
8 days worth of food.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially... That's about half of the food you currently have.
Okay.
Is it? Okay.
Then,
6 days worth.
Then, I would say 5 then.
Okay.
And he'll just he'll skip the meal for the next day to make sure if they do find survivors.
Yeah, keep in mind you've been eating for 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have 4 more people, and then you.
Yep. Trust me, I was keeping that in mind. She thought she had 1,000 metrics of food.
Then you threw out about, a half a day's worth of food to the bears.
Yeah.
We're moving.
Yeah. Okay. They leave. As what is the plan for digging this thing out?
Well, I'll start knocking the snow around the middle wheel. See if we can't get a better incline.
Okay, you feel as though the snow here seems to be very, very firmly packed. You think if you can get some sort of leverage and dig out the actual cab itself, and then use some leverage, you can probably get that wheel a little bit more onto the ground and be able to get some traction.
Do we have any kind of saw in the toolbox in the ATV?
Yeah, I mean, there's it's like almost like a traditional snow saw used to build survival huts.
I'm gonna use that saw and cut off as much as I can if I need to use other tools to do this. I'm taking the table that's in the with the benches. I'm taking the table.
Okay. What are you gonna do with the table?
I'm gonna stick it up in the snow for now, and I'm gonna start digging out the front cabin. The table's the leverage when I need it.
Okay. Kaja and Kay are helping dig it out while Eric is keeping watch. As you guys, you've been digging for about half an hour, and Eric yells out, "There's something moving out there."
Stick my head up like a gopher. I kind of waddle through the chest high snow, as you called it, and climb up on top of the ATV with my binoculars to see what I could see. Or does Scott? Did you give me back my binoculars?
I believe so. I don't know why I wouldn't have.
Well, then I'm gonna take out my binoculars and see what it is.
Give me a recon check.
Fucking recon.
The man with the
The
binoculars.
bane of my goddamn existence. What'd you say?
I said the man with the binoculars is the only one without recon.
So I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
So it's 0. I go to use the binoculars and I stab myself in the fucking here, you fucking hunter.
You're
And I'll hand it to the guy.
Yeah, you're picking them up and holding them backwards.
You're
Things
like,
are
why is
smaller.
everything so small?
Eric's like, I swear I saw something.
They're so far away.
A couple of kilometers.
Here,
to the,
use the binoculars. I'll hand them to Eric.
Because I can't see anything now. I swear I saw something move though. As he hands you back the binoculars, I'll keep an eye out, but I have no idea. It wasn't a bear, I'll tell you that much.
Where did you see it? Just out in the distance?
There, as he points to the south. Sort of like just off of the tracks that you guys were you can see in the snow from the ATV. I mean, from here and with your recon, you don't see anything.
I'm gonna drop into the cab, grab a flare, pop it, and then throw it out that direction as far as I can.
Okay, give me a athletics dexterity.
I'm good at that. Holy shit. So double 6s.
So you whip
plus
that thing
4.
like it's a javelin. It just goes like flying through the air. You know, like a majestic eagle. It soars.
It goes too far. Wait, so that's 16?
Yeah. Yeah, it goes like, you know, like probably like, you know, 100 feet. Just like whips it out there. And it is burning off in the south, but there doesn't seem to be any initial reaction.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to digging.
As you turn around and go back to your shovel, you see that the you turn around and you see a calamander. Seems to have your shovel in its teeth and is looking up at you.
I'm gonna grab my SMG and just kind of. I'm gonna take aim.
As you aim at it, it starts to run away with your shovel.
Fire!
Okay, give me a gun check.
Okay. What the fuck? What is happening?
Your dice.
No, my character sheet's gone now.
Oh god.
Is he still your
It was
character?
in front of me.
Yeah, the
Calamander ran up with it.
Yeah.
Apparently. What the fuck? Okay, I
It was
had
taped to
0
the shovel.
being
though.
carried. What's this here?
So gun combat plus
I
your
had-
dex when you find it.
Switch to the other guys for now while I fucking look for this goddamn Harry
Okay.
Potter ass piece of paper.
Going over to the other crew. You've been walking for about an hour now. You kind of give me a recon actually for the both of you.
What in the double fuck in my goddamn gaping ass?
That is some very creative swearing. Keep dropping them.
That's what she said.
All right, I got 9 plus 2 plus. I think it's just plus 2. So 11.
Okay. What about you, Cliff?
Do I have to roll?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
he trusts her. She's the best recon they have.
Yeah. Okay, Locke, as you look out, in the direction you're moving, you see a sort of a little pile of rocks. Atop it, there seems to be 3 of the birds you encountered earlier. Known as they were told by Eric, they're known as rockuses on the planet. He doesn't think that's their real name, but that's the name that they gave to them. And they seem to be circling the rock and pecking in on it. Like there's possibly something in the rocks that they're trying to get to.
Do you think I should shoot them before we check it out? Might taste like chicken.
And go for it.
Yeah, I'd like to shoot them.
Okay. You have a scoped gun, right?
Yes.
Cool. So give me a gun combat roll, which is your 2d6 plus your gun combat plus your dexterity.
I dropped one of my die, and let's see if I can.
Everything's falling apart.
Double bitch.
Character sheets
Right,
are gone. Die or roll.
I'll just roll the one I have twice and hope I don't
Okay.
drop it too. All right, a 3 and a 2. My gun is plus 2. So that's 7 plus what? Dexterity?
Yeah.
Okay, plus 1. So 8.
Barely.
Yeah. Yeah, you level your gun and look down the scope, and you manage to find one of the birds in your sight. You fire off a shot. It hits. What is your damage for your weapon?
Well, if I'm using the sniper rifle, it is 5d plus 3.
Jesus Christ.
If I'm just using my
You
pistol, it's
evaporate this
3d
bird.
plus 3.
Well, I'm gonna say you're using your sniper rifle because there's no way you would have hit it at this distance with your
Okay.
pistol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it
the
is it a
sniper
laser
rifle is-
or a?
Yes, it is a laser sniper rifle. So does it cook it immediately?
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's no way for it not to. Just looking at it, it's like if it's all ones, that's still 8 damage. So yeah, it just instantly just like sears a hole right into it as it collapses. The other 2 take to the air pretty much
All right.
immediately. They seem to be flying in your direction.
Can I try again and
Sure
try to
can.
shoot one out of the air?
Yeah, and as they're closing in, Cliff, you're also thinking that you can reach it. What are you using as a weapon?
He keeping the box on the big black box on his back. He reaches to his side, and his accelerator, we see it activate as he pulls it from his side, and it as it Mass Effect style grows into an accelerator rifle as he fires at one of them.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Both of you can give me a gun combat.
Sure, Miles.
I got a 12.
Hit? Yep. So you vaporize. you shoot, not vaporize, but you blast a hole through another one.
All right, I get an 8, which is a 3d, as a 13 for damage.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
8 to hit, 13 damage.
Yeah, you managed to brain one as it flies through the air. And a red mist covers the snow above them as they come like sailing towards the earth and land with a thump into the permafrost.
Man, Vargers are natural hunters. Who knew? Right?
He just gives a simple curt nod as he begins moving forward, accelerator out, scanning the position as he starts walking towards the item. He comes to a moment, scans, and if he sees nothing, he gestures for her to follow as they move in.
All right.
As you move in towards this rock pile, you can hear some of the rocks shifting about.
He brings up his hands as he points to it, showing that they both hear it.
Mm-hmm.
As you approach, you notice what you think to be a calamander nest. You can see sort of an entryway where the calamander would make its way in, and you can see peering into the darkness a set of lizard-like eyes peering back out at you. And you can hear kind of the little chirps, what sounds to be like of young calamanders within the nest.
So we just saved a family.
And got ourselves dinner.
Aye. Grab those birds and keep moving.
Yeah, I hope these things taste better than those things.
As he nods to her and looks down into the hole. Well, little ones, it's like you're on top of the food chain for a second. He turns back and grabs one of them and tosses one to her and carries one himself.
So we have 3 in all, right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plenty of food.
Yeah, you think you cook them all up, that's about a day's worth of food for everybody.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Unless you want to eat them raw.
Well, I mean, we could, couldn't we?
We could, yes.
Yes. And I mean, how much does a laser rifle cook a bird? I'm just asking.
Well, around the area, the wound is nicely
nicely charred.
Yeah.
We'll get more protein out of it if we cook it.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, and you guys continue north.
Continue on a journey.
What is the status of the character sheet?
I found it, and I'm so sick of being ADHD because it was in my fridge.
What?
What?
Wow.
I mean, that's.
I went to get a drink. You know what? I am a couple shots in. So give me a break.
That's pretty method
Maybe
of
this
you.
was a mistake.
Yeah, that's very method.
So I do have my character sheet now.
Okay. You're gonna roll me a gun combat.
I have a question though.
Yep.
Because I don't quite remember how this works. The submachine gun has auto 3.
A weapon with auto trait can make attacks in 3 fire modes: single, burst, or full auto. So you do have a choice. Single attacks are made using normal combat rules. Burst adds the auto score to the damage. This uses the number of rounds equal to the auto score. Full auto make a number of attacks equal to the auto score. These attacks can be made against separate targets so long as they are all within 6 meters. Full auto uses the number of rounds equal to 3 times the auto score. So what does yours say for auto? Should have a number beside it.
3.
Okay. So that means you can fire a single shot. You can fire all 3 shots. How badly do you want to attack this thing?
I imagine Jet has no room for caution, and he leaves it on full auto.
Okay. Cool. So you get to make 3 attacks.
It's a good thing I have all these rogue dice. Okay. We roll them in 3 separate spots so they don't get mixed up. Okay, first attack is a 10, and that's Dex, right?
Yes. And your gun combat.
Plus 2, 12. My gun combat 0.
Oh, okay.
Not -3, but 0.
Yeah.
Next attack is 8, 10. The final attack is 4, 3, 7, 9.
Yeah, okay. So roll your damage. I'm pretty sure unless you roll all ones, it's
3D, so I need to roll 9D?
Just roll 3D.
3D, okay.
Just roll 3D.
God fucking damn. 6, 5, and 4, so 15.
The Calamander is dead on the first shot. And then you just pump two extra rounds in it as it lies dead and bleeding on the snow. As when your shots ring out, everybody you're digging out is shocked and kind of stops what they're doing, and you can see a couple more Calamanders running away from, they had similar ideas to go in there and steal some of your tools, and they are regretting it. So you can chase them down and kill them if you would like, but they are fleeing.
What's that guy's name? Gary?
Eric.
Eric! Food!
Eric pulls out a rifle and takes a shot, and he kills another one of them.
I don't feel the need to waste any more bullets. 2 should be plenty.
Yeah, the third one.
Unless he wants to try and kill him as they run away.
Yeah, he'll try. And he misses with his last shot as the last one gets far enough away and kind of buries itself a little bit into the snow and disappears from sight.
And stay out!
I'll teach him from stealing your shovel.
Bitch ass lizard.
Can't say I've ever hunted with an automatic firearm before, but
This ain't for hunting. This is for defending.
yeah, well, it seems to do the job.
I'm gonna run and grab my shovel, start digging again.
As
No, wait. I'm gonna run and grab the shovel, put it in the ground near the front of the cabin, and then I'm gonna look at him and say, "Keep an eye out. We don't know what was over there still." And I'm gonna go and grab the corpses.
Don't see anything so far. As he's scanning the south. A couple minutes later, you hear a shout from Kajia as she says, I see something to the east.
Shouldn't you be digging? What do you do? What do you see?
There's something moving out in the snow.
Eric?
Did you leave him your binoculars?
No, but I throw him back up to him.
Okay, he scans the area. I mean, I don't see anything. There seems to... Looks like there's snow falling into, like, a cavity or something out there. I mean, I think it's something like that, like what we crashed into here. I have no idea what could have caused that.
Could be the others. Keep an eye on it regardless.
Another hour of digging or so, you manage to get enough of it free that you think a lever put in here and pushed down would give you enough traction. Either someone else will have to do it while you drive, or you will have to do it while someone else drives to reverse it.
Eric, how good are you at driving?
I'm alright. I mean, I don't use wheeled vehicles all that often, but I mean, how hard can it be to press the gas?
Alright. Everyone who isn't Eric, get to the very back of the ATV.
Eric climbs into the ATV and sees Lars and says, Lars, can you move to the back?
Yeah, I can do that.
Lars just straight up asleep the entire time.
Yeah.
Through gunfire and all.
You take care of everything all right out there?
Oh, well, I mean, we got some dinner. There's some
that's good.
Weird phenomenon out there, though.
Like what?
Well, I think there's... I don't know if it's I didn't feel any shakes, but it seems like there's some cracks in the snow, like this one.
Oh.
I don't know what could cause that, though.
Beats me. Well, I'll keep leaving it all to you. I'll move to the back, get out of your way.
We're gonna try and back this thing out.
Okay.
As the front window is clear enough now that you just see a thumbs up from the inside of the cabin. And if you give me a strength athletics check to see if you can wedge this.
While I'm doing this, I've got the board down there. I'm gonna get on the comms to the inside of the cabin. All right, on my count of 3, I want everyone in the back to jump up as high as you can at the exact same time. We're gonna work together on this. This is a big bitch.
Okay, we're ready.
And then you said strength athletics?
Yes, please.
So I'd have a 0 in athletics because I have a dex +1 athletics.
Yeah, this one's a strength,
right?
Though, yeah.
Yeah, athletics 0, dex +1.
Yeah.
Athletics, that's 8. My strength is 0, so 8.
Okay, yeah, you wedge it in and you can feel a little bit of movement as you press down upon it. You can tell the team.
Look at Eric. Well, fucking go.
You said you were gonna give us a signal.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, and they jump and he presses on the gas as the tire touches the snow and you start to get some movement as it starts to lurch its way out of the crevice. It's a little bit of touch and go. You kind of have to stop, get the lever back in and apply it, but after a little bit of time, about a half an hour more, you're able to get it fully out.
I kind of like lay down in the snow and bury myself for a second. Oh, my butt hurts.
And so they are free and clear. As we go back up to the north, you guys arrive at what seems to be a wall, and your handheld computer tells you that this is the location where the SOS is coming from. As you climb up the little hillside, you can see there seems to be a little bit of smoke and haze coming from just around a bend in the wall. As you move closer, you can see that it is in fact the crashed air raft. You can see a trail of what appears to be some sort of brown liquid splashed in the snow, frozen, moving towards an opening in the rock wall.
That'd be blood.
Yeah, what does it smell like?
You gonna get on all fours and give it a sniffer?
I shouldn't
We
have
do get
to.
we do get a +2 for our sniffers.
Yeah, I'm just saying it is frozen though, right? So it's not like it's not a.
We can just follow it. As he takes back out his accelerator and he nods for her as he taking point as he leads inside and then slows up, waiting for her to be behind him.
Copy. I follow right behind him.
As you
Secondary. As he gestures for her to have her pistol instead of her rifle.
Yep.
As you pass by the air raft, you see it seems to whatever the brown liquid is that spilled out of it seems to there seems to be more what appears to be a reddish liquid coming from it, and it doesn't take an engineer to know that something is ruptured within the air raft, and it seems to be frozen in place where it sits. You follow the trail up to a cave mouth. The sides of it are covered in ice, and as you enter in, the light is kind of flickering against the frozen walls. You hear a scuffle from inside as it echoes throughout.
As he hears the scuffle, he slows up, makes sure that his weapon is on automatic, and then he's going to look to her with a nod. And once she's ready, he's going to press inside.
All right. I acknowledge.
As you push into the cave, you find yourself staring at a man and a woman, both human. The man is lying on the ground with his leg in a brace, and the woman is sort of leaning over a pack. Behind them is a pile of what you think was the contents of the air raft. Various food crates and things like that strewn about the area. Blankets pulled out. As you come in, like some sort of SEAL Team 6, crew rolling into the cave, your lights kind of flash onto them as they look startled. Oh, what the hell? Who the hell are you?
We're here for you. You two, you're the hovercraft operators, correct?
Yes, I'm Eagle, and this is Katrin. Who the hell are you?
We're the ones getting you the hell out of here. What's the situation? Looks like most of the food has been eaten through.
Yeah, I mean, we've been scraping through. We managed to catch one of those lizards, and otherwise, we're down to some rice that we've been we have about half a day's worth of food left.
Lock. Let's give them each a ration, and then you might want to check over their wounds.
Yep. And I get some food out of my bag, and I immediately go to check on this braced leg and ask if they have any other injuries.
The woman seems to have had a contusion to her head. You can see some dried blood beneath a crudely done wrap. She also has bruises on her arms and legs. But the man seems to be in far worse condition. It seems as though he has at least a hairline fracture, you think, in his upper leg, which, as a medical professional, you know that if that were to break through, then it could cause severe bleeding and is potentially fatal in the femur.
Oh yeah. Well, and he's at risk for embolism and all manner of things.
Yeah. As you check underneath the wrapping, you can see that there does seem to be some dark bruising around the wound.
Okay.
Which means that there might be internal bleeding.
And what about her? Are her pupils even and
I mean, they are
responsive?
They are malnourished, as as you're talking with them, they said they've been eating, just enough to kind of, survive through it. They haven't had water in a couple days, so they're obviously in bad condition as far as that goes. But physically, it all seems to be external.
Okay.
Some cuts, some scrapes, bruising, but they both have a little bit of frostbite as well.
All right, I will treat everything that is within my power.
Give me, give me a medical check on the female, and then a medical check on the male.
All right, I got a 5 for the female, which is +2 plus. Oh, it's education, so just the +2, so 7 for the female.
Okay, you're able to at least replace all of the bandaging with fresh, clean bandages.
Okay, and I only got a 6 for the male.
Okay, there's not a lot you can do for the male here. The leg brace seems to be effective enough. But you know that a lot of moving, a lot of shaking, things like that would he's at risk of sustaining serious injury.
Right.
You think that anything short of surgery cannot repair any of the damage he's sustained.
Okay. Can we? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, he just says, As she's looking him over, he says, "Lock," and he gestures for her to come over to him. Ready?
Yeah.
Need a no BS assessment. Think he'll survive?
If we move him, it could cause more damage than we want to deal with. But
So,
there's nothing I can do for him here. We need to get him on the ship.
all right. Copy that. We'll make him a slide. Get him out of here long way. But then he leans in. The situation gets too bad. There's not much we can do.
I know. Best
Okay.
we can do is keep him as still as we can, and while we get his ass out of here.
Okay. I'll begin work on a makeshift. Actually, so the two of you checked everything you could on the hovercraft, and I'm guessing it's not. We could see based off of how it is, it ain't really working. But does any aspect of it seem salvageable?
The man kind of pulls himself up a little bit, says, "Listen, we really appreciate what you did here, but you still haven't told us who the hell you are."
Oh, sorry. I'm friends with Katya Stoneman, and we received a distress call a few weeks ago. So we came to make sure everyone was okay, and heard that you two took off in the hover and never reported back. So we're trying to get everyone off planet.
Do you have anything to do with what happened at the downport?
No, we still don't even know what happened.
Alright, so the aftermath.
God damn it.
So I have been very vigilant. I haven't seen hide nor hair of anybody, but I don't like the chances that they're still here.
I was an idiot. I tried to get back there as quick as possible and got an argument with Eric when I was leaving and just slammed it right into a rock wall.
Listen, you said your name was Eagle, right?
Yes, sir.
You missed the jump, you bumped it up, but guess what? You're still alive. Everyone at that station, they're all currently dead. So I want you to take that into consideration. You're alive. You're able to see tomorrow. Hold on to that fact, not that you fucked up. Hold on that there's still a chance. All right?
Yeah, I just think of what I could have done if I was there.
If you think about what you could have done, you're only failing yourself. Think about what you can do here and now. And what you're gonna do is get yourself ready. We're gonna get you on a sled. We're gonna get you moving. That way you can be able to make up for lost time, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for your help. And
I
Name's
would like-
Clifford. This is Locke.
Eagle, and this is Katrin.
Pleased to meet.
Never thought I'd see the day that some Imperials would be here helping us sword wielders.
I will dismiss myself to go and radio back to Jet and Lars. Well, mostly Jet, because Lars should be resting.
Lars, you get a call from...
I literally gave Lars my comm.
Yeah, as
Oh,
Lars
really?
is sitting in the front seat.
Come in. Come in. Is anybody there?
Yeah, we're here.
As you guys receive...
What are you doing up?
As you guys
I've
receive the
just
call, you're probably about 5 clicks out. So you should be there in about 15-20 minutes.
What's the status?
We shouldn't be too far out. Give us like a little less than half an hour and we'll be over there. Got it out.
That's a godsend, because I have someone that shouldn't be moved too far. We'll pack them all up and
They're still
wait
alive
for
then?
you. They are. Yeah, they're banged up and in rough shape, half starved, but they're alive.
That's good. Yeah, we'll be there soon.
All right, copy. And I relay that to Cliff.
Okay. Hear that? Cavalry's coming. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have the two of you ready to be able to get Shorty to ride onto the vehicle. Meanwhile, me and the lady over here, as he gestures to Locke, we're going to be preparing the hovercraft so that we can be able to take off a certain the grav lift couplings. We're going to see what we can do about it. All right?
Yeah, that sounds good. Just be careful. There's a lot of noises out there. I don't know what's out there.
Take care of it. Locke, on me.
Yep. I follow right behind him with my pistol.
You guys exit the cave as you see the ATV starting to near, pulling its way up towards the cave, when all of a sudden there's a blast of snow. In front of the ATV, exploding out of the earth, is a giant creature. As it rises up, you can see rows and rows of chitin-like white and gray flecked scales. Little nubs on the sides, little appendages that seem to be gray and sharp, crusted in ice, slamming its way into the side of the ATV as the creature keeps rising up and up, 5, 10, 15 feet above the earth. The creature rears towards you, opening its giant maw, which contains rows and rows of arm-length teeth, sharpened and dripping with saliva. The creature rears over all of you and lets out a devastating roar. You feel the hot breath of the creature as it stinks.
By the ancients!
The ATV lurches and rolls as
What the hell was that?
everyone inside is luckily, actually except for Eric, is strapped in. As Eric's thrown about, the ATV lurches and rolls onto its side.
Again?
This time it's on its side. It's not in a hole. It's on completely. It's like a turtle on its back.
Can't catch a break.
So a giant snow centipede just flipped our thing?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fuck. As he turns to Locke and he tosses his accelerator to her, and he grabs his box. Okay, you make sure these people are safe. Make sure they get out of the vehicle. I'm gonna go try and distract it. As he starts running towards the giant chitinous thing.
What do you mean, distract it?
As he runs towards it, she sees he hits a button on the box as it expands and explodes outward as he flips it upward over his shoulder, and we see a PGHP 12 as he's over his shoulder, and he's gonna line up the shot and he's gonna fire this fucking cannon at it.
Wow.
I'm gonna stop us right there because that's a real good ending.